Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host. Let's get into this. Literally, the segment from yesterday just uploaded. I don't know what's going on. I do not know, but I did record it. All right. Hi guys. Welcome. No periodic table, no alien talk. However, you already know the creator came through with the message. If this is your first time tuning in, hi, how y'all doing? Thank you so much. Welcome. Please follow me on YouTube at Inappropriate Radio TV. All right. We can also be found on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker. All right. And Amazon soon. I need to figure out why it's actually not up there yet, but okay, whatever. So, guys, oh my goodness, I got a flood of messages today, like a lot, okay? It's been a while since I got so many downloads in one day. So the creator is like laying it on us, okay? We are getting the shits, okay? So the creator wanted me to throw something out there, all right? Because we are in the midst of warfare, you have to understand that everything is going to be a possible strategy to distract you from the journey, okay? It's going to be a possible strategy to distract you from the creator and what he wants you to focus on, okay? When you are praying, right? If you are getting floods, and I mean, if you're in a meditative state, if you're actually praying, if you're trying to focus on something that the creator wants, to have your attention, okay? There is a good chance that you are being heavily monitored during that moment, okay? What that means is there's two things going on, okay? So say if you're reading the Bible, right? God is always in the midst. It doesn't matter how ugly it looks. It doesn't matter how bad it is. It doesn't matter what is going on. God is always somewhere in the midst. You may not always feel him or see him, but he's always there, okay? Let's keep that in mind before we even move forward with this segment. The issue is that a lot of us are not seasoned enough in our spirituality to be able to make the determination between if it is the creator or if it is something coming from below, right? So two things are happening when you are in this meditative state or in this prayer prostration, or if you are like reading your Quran or your Bible, right? These are things that will happen when you are, number one, really, really connected to the spiritual realm, okay? And like I said, because there's so much warfare going on currently, a lot of people are going to be getting distracted when they start coming into contact with information that's going to be vital for their purpose, okay? So the first reason for the disruption like say if you're meditating or you're praying or you're reading a Bible and then you just start getting all these different things, and I mean internally, spiritually, maybe there are, outward and physical, right? But for the most part, I mean different thoughts and feelings that are coming to you while you're in the midst of worship, okay? The first aspect of the first reason is there's a distraction, okay, from both sides. There's a distraction from down below, and there's a distraction from up above. This is to test your seriousness in your relationship, in your strength with the spiritual world. How focused can you remain in your prostration without breaking your prayer, okay? Because God wants to know, hey, how strong can you be? How serious are you about standing on business while you are in the middle battling a spirit that is trying to come against you in the midst of your communication with me? How strong are you where you can keep your eyes fixed on me? Okay? That's the first aspect of the first reason. And then the second portion of that is the enemy is doing the same thing. God is allowing the enemy to step in and intercept your prayer, your communication, for the same exact reason. Are you who God said you were? Are you focused? Are you serious about your prayer? Are you serious about your mission? Are you serious about your relationship with the Creator? Okay? Those are the two aspects of the first reason. So it's interception from both sides, right? The second portion of that is there needs to be a focus on the actual things that are coming in. Like, if you're praying for something and you can't finish what it is that you're praying for, that's probably something you need to really focus on during your prayer and really pray about it. And the next thing that's coming in is something you need to probably watch out for and really pray on it and pray about it. It's so easy to get distracted and get caught up in the things that we are unaware of, the things that we pay very little attention to, right? But mid-prayer, mid-worship, anything that can be used as a distraction in the midst, okay, can be counted as communication from the ethers, from the spiritual realm. Let's just say from the spiritual realm, because the ethers is vibrating at a much higher frequency, okay? And this is where a lot of our good angels dwell, and a lot of the low-level energies and demons have access to the ethers. They may not be able to go to and fro, but they're aware of the activity that's going on there, okay? This is how they get to attack you. This is the reason why they know which areas to attack you in, okay? And it's nothing wrong with, being alert enough to know what to pray against, because that's one of the things that is highlighted here for this segment, okay? When those floods of messages are coming in the middle of your worship, you need to be on it. You need to be praying to God right there in real time about whatever it is. You don't need to lay it off, because that is the Creator's way of communicating with you while you're in that state. God can communicate with us anytime, right? We don't have to be in the middle of worship for Him to reveal something to us, or for us to get instruction on praying about something in particular, right? Because a lot of people don't fully understand the warfare that really is connected to having certain relationships with people, having certain mindsets, having certain desires, being in certain environments, okay? And we've talked about all of that. There are portals in people's energetic aura field, and even though that's a different topic, some people literally have portals in their field. This is why some people get really hard backfires when they attack them. This is why they get lost and they never come back when people attack them. This is why people get confused when they try to attack them, because there is so much going on. If you attack the wrong person, then you might be able to experience that so much going on. I'm just saying, a lot of people decide to attack people that are literally supposed to be used as a conduit for the Creator and His message and what it is that He needs from us. So a lot of people don't understand that they are not giving the Creator the respect that He deserves and His people that He's chosen to be a vessel for His messages. And I'm not even talking about me. I'm talking about people, period. I mean, we can go all the way back to however far back you can remember. You don't even have to take a story from a religious sacred text. You could literally think about your own life. The people that you know have a relationship with the Creator are oftentimes outcasted, thrown into situations that appears to keep them in bondage, being isolated for no reason, being attacked, being hated, being used and manipulated, being lied on, often, the black sheep, as this sacrificial, person or energy that's going to be used to assist other people get to where they want to go. And there are tons of ways, we could take this, right? We could go in so many different directions. But the gist here is to understand that anytime you're getting interception, and I mean, even if you are sleepy, like getting sleepy while you start reading, like you could be energetic and thriving and alive and doing fine, and then the minute that you start to read, right, you start feeling like, oh my goodness, I'm getting sleepy out of nowhere. I was just fine. I was just doing fine. Why am I tired as soon as I start reading? That is interception from both ends of the spectrum. And you have to look at that moment, what it is that you're reading. How are you feeling? How are you dissecting what you're reading? And really get a good scan of the environment that you're in at that moment. All of this is a way that the Creator communicates with us. And you have to be mature and observant and patient enough to be able to dissect what is going on in that moment. And I mean, of course, like if you're not thinking of it like that at that time, it doesn't make sense. But since we're here having this conversation, let's try to be a little bit more aware, self-aware of ourselves. A lot of the times we're not fully aware of the communication that's coming in. And we don't always get it, right? We don't always get it. And that's fine. But moving forward, let's try to be conscientious and mindful of the different communication that is coming towards us while we are. And of course, like different things, like any type of vulnerable state, right? While you're in the shower, while you're sleeping, while you're with your children. These are all things that take place where you have a little bit more closeness to the spiritual realms. The bathroom is where demons like to, dwell. So you're in a more spiritual place. Doesn't have to be a good spiritual place. Doesn't have to be the heavens or the ethers, but it's a spiritual place. While you're in the shower, you're in the water, you're cleansing yourself. That is a spiritual place. Okay? While you're with your children, there are more than 12 angels actively in the pursuit of protection. That is a spiritual place. Okay? That is the ethers opening up and connecting themselves to your aura energetic field, right? To the environment that you're in, all of that good jazz. So just make sure we have the full understanding of what we are engaging in while we are being distracted. Okay, really, really, really. All right. But I'm going to end it here. I do love y'all. I hope y'all have been getting your rest, drinking your water, eating your fruit and vegetables, and sipping on your own tea because it's free. All right. Love y'all. Peace.